Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we got new guests from India, living in Serbia, Prashant.
Yeah, hi, Prashant.
And Richa.
Hi.
We are a couple
Yeah.
living in Serbia here in New Belgrade. I'm visiting as a guest, enjoying this very nice apartment in Wellport, right?
Wellport, yeah.
Wellport.
New Belgrade.
Very beautiful place. You have to check this out. And if you can introduce yourself, like
Sure.
where you come from,
Okay.
especially particularly the parts of India, your background,
Yeah.
What do you do in Serbia? How you came
Okay.
here?
I'm from Rajasthan. That's a state in India, and basically from Ajmer, which is more popular, or Rajasthan is more popular for its forts, its culture, its food. So you'll find lot of colorful places and colorful and forts and all kind of things over there. And Richa is from
Delhi. I'm
Delhi,
basically from
yeah, the
Delhi.
capital.
Yes, capital of India. So it's a beautiful and but that's it. There's no explanation required for the capital of India.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
And so, how did you find Serbia? How did you come to Serbia? What brought you
Okay,
here?
so I was working as in an IT company in India as a IT consultant, and one fine day I was looking for maybe I was in the mood of switching my job, and I was looking for the opportunities. I was just going through my LinkedIn profile, and I found this job posted in LinkedIn of a company in Belgrade. And I talked to Richa about it. We were there together that evening. That Richa, would you mind moving to Belgrade? And she said, yes, of course. Let's try. Let's give it an attempt. And then I applied for the job opportunity. Luckily, my CV or my profile was shortlisted. And then few rounds of interviews were conducted. Entire process, I think, around took 3-4 months till the time offer was given to me. So this happened way back in 2019, and I got my offer early January 2020. So we were all set to come to Serbia in March 2020. But then, but then the corona came. Yeah, I mean, so all the visas processing and all, everything was at a halt. Nothing. It was in India also. There was a complete lockdown for good 3-4 months, and then we were stuck in India, and then the plans got postponed, and even the visa application and all came to a halt. And then the process restarted. I was in continuous talks with the HR. The company for which I work for, it's quite supportive. They were quite supportive throughout the process. They kept on ensuring me that we want you, and we'll wait for you. So they waited for me almost a year now.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And the visa processing, I mean, it was we came with a visa D. That's a long stay visa, and it was quite smooth. I mean, not.
So how long can you stay with Visa D?
Visa D, I think it's for 180 days. It's 6 months. For
That's
Visa
good.
D, it's like 180 days. You can stay over here. But though for Indians outside this discussion, it's a visa-free entry. So any Indian coming over here for tourism purpose can stay for 30 days. But my motive was to work over here, so I came with Visa D.
And then resident permit, I took it over for you? Or
Yeah,
did you
yeah,
do it
I took it maybe we came in December, and then we took the residence permit in the month of January, I think.
So you already got your residence in January?
Yeah. So I have a temporary resident permit that's been issued to me now.
Your company organized that? Or?
Exactly. So
Perfect, yeah.
so they helped me with everything. I mean,
perfect.
I mean all the paperworks and everything. They helped me. I just have to sign few documents, be available there. What's that place? Swaska 35.
Swaska
35.
the
Yeah.
hell
So
of Belgrade
all the
for
foreigners go over there. So we also went over there and we got the residence permit. But I like to mention that the company supported a lot.
Amazing,
a lot.
yeah.
Finding the apartment and all those kind of things.
And can you mention your profession?
Yeah. So
you studied, what did you study?
so I after my schooling I did my engineering in computer science, and then I did my MBA that was also into marketing and sales and IT. It was a dual program, and then I began my career as a SAP consultant. So I worked with multiple corporates in India with SCL and others, and then and now I moved over here. So I had experience of around 8 years before moving over
Wow,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, 8 long years into IT before moving over here.
Then I should just assist you like that and wait for you for 10 years. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so, what did you know about Serbia before coming here? What was it for you, like the place?
From my side, I must say that I don't know anything at that time. I don't know anything about the Serbia. Seriously, I didn't know anything. So yeah, when the Prashant told me about the Serbia, so I just keep googling on where it is.
Yes.
Seriously, because I never heard this name. So I was just keeping googling on and found that no, this is a pretty good place.
Yeah, it's close to you, to like Croatia, yeah, somewhere like
Yes.
far away from Germany. Like, yeah, that's not.
So I'll tell you a fun fact, and I'm not sure about others, but a lot of Indians, I mean my friends and my family confuse Serbia to Siberia.
Yeah.
I mean, those words are pretty much in common, so they confuse it to Siberia, and they were like wondering how you'll survive in Siberia. I mean, why you are going over there? I mean, India is far better. Why you are going to Siberia? The temperatures are over there are crazy. I mean, minus 40 or something. So that's Serbia. And coming back to your question, what do you did you heard about Serbia? Obviously, I heard Novak Djokovic. I mean, everybody knows Serbia because for at least for us Indians, we know Serbia because of Novak Djokovic. Of course, yeah, the world number one.
Yeah, okay, sports. Yeah, many people
exactly,
know about because of sports. Yeah. So, what are the biggest like cultural differences for you guys here between Serbia and India? In the culture aspect.
Would you take that or shall I?
Oh, better you can go.
So, I mean, I found not much difference, to be honest, which what we have observed. I mean, we Indians are very much rooted to our culture, very much grounded to our culture, and then I found the same with the Serbians as well. I mean, they are also very much rooted to their culture. Noticeably, I've not found which I can comment of that. That's the major difference I found in terms of culture. But then they are also very friendly people like our Indians. We Indians are very warm, very welcoming, and very approachable, right? We can approach anybody by our own. So even so in the starting days or in the beginning when we were over here, there were few things which maybe even going on the street we want to know about some place or something. So the people with whom I've interacted with were quite friendly and quite helpful. So I mean I had very good experiences so far. So nothing, no complaints, nothing I can comment of that was a bit of odd for me. So people are quite friendly, quite warm. And more or less I'm not sure why, but then a lot of people talks about India and Serbia friendship. I mean the history goes back into 1970s and all, at the time of Marshal Tito and all. So there was a good alliance between India and Serbia. So Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, the leaders from India had very good relationship with Marshal Tito. At that time it was Yugoslavia. Sorry, a bit of history lessons. It was not Serbia, it was Yugoslavia at that time, back then, 60s, 70s. And then India had very good terms with Yugoslavia. So people find, the Serbian people find Indian very friendly. I mean, that comes from
the friendliness we share. If you don't know, guys, I spent a lot of time in India, also in Rajasthan, and the thing that I liked about India, of course, everybody likes people in India, and the same when I came here. I think we can see the similarities between people how they are friendly and really like real people, like very sincere, not superficial or something, like true people, honest, but also super friendly and like warm-hearted. Like this is big similarity. I can understand, you can see it. And from you have noticed something from your side?
Well, I didn't find like anything. I just love the people of here and they are good. They're always welcoming and like they're good, I must say.
And so what are your plans for Serbia? Do you think you're gonna stay like...
Of course. So it all depends upon the kind of the work which I'm doing, and I have plans to stay longer. I find it to be a good place. As of now, it's summers, so find the temperatures quite similar to what we have in Rajasthan, 40 degrees, 35, 40. I'm used to this kind of heat, but I was also in the beginning in December, January, we were not used to zero, minus kind of temperatures. It was a bit of difficult phase for us.
Delhi,
it's
really
yes.
cold. Yeah.
Delhi can be really cold. I mean, 5, 6, 8, and it could be really cold. Even Rajasthan can be quite cold. It doesn't snow in those parts of India. It does snow, but then I'm loving this place.
But
Liking it.
you can hold this 40 degrees because for some people it's kind of challenging.
Yeah, it could be challenging. I can understand, but then
you guys are fine.
So maybe last week we had 45 in Delhi. Couple of weeks back it was 45.
Oh my god, that's the worst. Yeah, Delhi, when it's Delhi at 45. When it's like small cities, okay, but Delhi, you don't want to be there. Yeah, it's 45. Yeah. So can you imagine to have family here? Would you people say that Serbia is family friendly, but for Indian perspective, would you imagine here to have kids in Serbia?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Maybe you say no, only in India.
No such plans that we restrict ourselves. That not in Serbia, but then no such plans. No.
How old are you actually?
Okay, so I'm 36, and Richa, would you mind?
35.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh,
35. Yeah.
Oh,
a year younger.
It's not a year, basically 2 months difference only.
And how long you're together?
I mean, we got married in December 2017, but we were engaged in April 2017. So it's been 4 years now. And the fun fact is, I'm not sure how much is of a popular belief is in the Western world about the love marriage and the arranged marriage, which typically talk about, but it's like arranged marriage for us. So we got engaged in April 2017. 21st April was the day. See, I remember.
And this is the best part.
and before the engagement, I met Richa only once in the alone time. I mean, we spoke for that. I mean, 2-3 hours over a coffee about her likes, dislikes, what I do, what she don't do, and then our parents meet then, and it was decided, okay, we are getting engaged and getting married. So I'm not sure how much people will believe in the Western world about this kind of a setup, but we are quite happy.
Yeah, so you are happy.
Yeah. It's a typical arranged marriage kind of a setup where the families meet, families unite, and then a collective decision is made. So obviously, Richa and my decision is the priority,
basis,
but then our families also decide for ourselves that whether she's good for me or I'm good for her.
Yeah, because really family knows the best. Your parents know the best who's good for you.
So in India, it said it's not a marriage of two individuals; it's marriage of two families. Yeah. Exactly.
So your family is traditional ones,
No. We came from very modern family. So my mother is also a lawyer.
Wow.
And she's been working from past 35 years now, and she is working in Rajasthan High Court. So we are a very modern family. Wow. And similarly, Richa, his father is also an engineer, and he's also working for a very good corporate.
Yeah, it's impressive that even modern families will still could introduce this arranged marriage, because for me it's more very traditional family then, but it's very common in India, isn't it? Or it's more
about the arranged marriage setup? Yeah, it's quite common. It's quite common.
I thought maybe it's already past the time past.
No, it's not that that people are not doing the kind of a love marriage, if I say so. There are people, even my brother, my sister, they did it. So nobody is against it. But then if your parents are finding a suitable girl or a boy for you, I mean, there's no harm. And they've seen the world and they know the better. They know the best for their kids. Nobody will force us, of course, but then it was and the simple belief, if somebody is destined for you, maybe you will meet it somehow. So that's how it went.
Yeah, insane. Yeah, I also have friends in India also saying happy in arranged marriage. Yeah, maybe parents really know the best. We have to try it, people.
I mean, you have to individual has to find its own course. I mean, its own route. How they're gonna land up, but then that was the story. So we had 6 months of courtship period, and then even in the courtship period, we met only hardly once or twice.
Yes.
I mean, we were on the phone calls, on the WhatsApp, Facebook, chatting and all. That's all.
Oh my god. That's why so many singles people in Europe, because our parents don't care about us and we just can't find ourselves. Yeah, people are single till 40, like so many singles, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
Move to India.
Food to thoughts, for thoughts, yeah. And so, which benefits you see, like, of Serbia comparison to India, or maybe also disadvantages, for your opinion?
Okay, benefits. I mean, on the personal basis, so I find that people over here have time for themselves. In India, we don't have time for ourselves. I mean, we work, and work. And over here, it's very, very unusual thing to see that at 5, once your office is done, you're done from your office. People ride the bikes, the cycles, they walk, they take their, drink coffee, chill, relax. And for us, the life means only weekends. At least for me, typically, I'm not generalizing India in particular, but then this is what I've observed. For us who are working in big cities or in metropolitan cities like Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore, and all such kind of hub. So life is only for the weekend. Saturday and Sunday we go out with the family. We go for a movie or for a lunch or kind of a date or something else, or sit in a bar, have a beer. So it's only on the weekends. It's not possible on the weekdays. You are too occupied with your work and all kind of things.
Yeah, definitely.
And over here, I mean, every day is a weekend. After 5, people enjoy their life to the fullest. That's the difference which I've observed any day.
So the better just maybe work-life balance.
Exactly. If you put it correctly, the work-life balance is quite much better, and I'm very happy about it.
Because you can party here all day of the week, like really, and there are a bunch of people in the nights in the weekend. You think like, how I work next day, and by work, it's you don't see it much definitely there.
Definitely, that's the thing. The work-life balance is quite far better.
Also, like, it's not like I never partied in India. I don't know. Do you party like because
no. So I mean no. Again, I won't talk about all the India how the Indians do, but I'll share the experiences which I or my cousins, the one who are similar to my age, have. Me coming from a small town, Rajasthan and Ajmer, studied from there, so we don't have that kind of a culture. The time when we grew up, so I was not staying from my childhood in a big city. Where we had this kind of a culture of partying and going out and going to the disco or clubs and all. So maybe I'm not that kind of a person who parties. And sorry, but I've never been to any of such party place in Belgrade as well as of now. So I've never experienced. Maybe not in my nature. But one day, of course, we'll try. We'll plan to go out, of course, but we'll see. As of now, no, I've not experienced that kind of thing.
Married couples also don't do it often. You can see like bunch of young 20-something people. That's in the it's more not the thing. Yeah, in India, even in Delhi, everything closed at 1, I suppose.
Yeah. You cannot party till morning hours. No, I've not heard of any such place.
Yeah, it's interesting how different it is.
It's very different. It's very different.
You don't go there for party for sure. Like only I was one hotel. Then there was some setting, but it was also till 1. So like in hotel, you might find some party or something like that. More less. Which is not because in Delhi also it's a bit like dangerous to go party. I would say like as a female single, then like I would not trust myself. But yeah, it's.
This is again a point which you pointed out about the differences. I find Belgrade quite safe.
Yeah.
Quite safe. I even won't feel this safe. My parents are worried if we'll go late in the night outside or for the dinner or so, whether you have came back in time or not. My mother would be calling me, are you home or not? But I've tried to convince her that it's quite safe. It's not that difficult over here. If you're going out roaming around in the street, it's not that difficult. And trust me, it could be quite difficult in India. I mean, by ourselves we have experienced, but over here it's very safe. And I was not aware, but then it's very safe. This is what we have found out. It's very safe to, even for a girl to roam around. I have not found any such things.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You have seen maybe some disadvantages which you see like India is better.
India is better, of course. Indian food. we cannot bring India over here in Serbia, but I mean, struggling with food, yes. Managing somehow, but managing somehow. This is also because one or two Indian restaurants are over here. One we have experienced, Diwali Mahal, quite good. I mean, quite good, but not that much of variety which we can expect. It's traditionally 2-3 items on the menu which they can serve, right? And then in India, you know about it, right? We have North Indian food, and then South Indian food you have, and then even Rajasthan has a different food, or Gujarat has a different food. So we have those diverse kind of food items and all which you can starve for. So you have yourself experienced that kind of street food.
I just saw recently in a Facebook group somebody posted, is there some Kerala restaurant in Belgrade?
Might be missing that idli, dosa and that sambar and all. Idli, dosa and that kind of item he would be missing.
But like you probably like proper Indian food you can find in London, this I know for sure. It's really difficult to find this authentic and also diversity food because
of course, for the obvious reasons, the Indians are not here. So street food like golgappe. Have you tried golgappe when you were there? So there's a small ball, and then in the ball they fill up some kind of water, and then you chew it. That kind of stuff. It's very popular in north part of India, even in Mumbai and all. Pani patashe, it's called by different names. Golgappe, pani patashe. I'm not sure if there is an English name for it, but
water balls.
Water balls, yeah. Water balls. You can Google it if you'll get something. Water balls, yeah. That's popularly people say. And then you have those kind of paneer tikka and all on those street vendors. I mean, that thing, I miss them very badly.
Like street food. But like in maybe also in some big megapolises like Paris, Berlin, you can get some good Indian food. But apart of that, like it's very difficult, especially in this traditional country like Serbia is very averse to international foods. Serbians like their food, and that's why some countries. I just had a talk yesterday with a friend about that. Actually, he also visited India for many times, and really, like in Belgrade, it's hard to find international food and really good quality, authentic food. Like you will have a better chance to have it in Berlin, or in like megapolis. But even like not somewhere, in Italy or in other big countries, like because people are really into their local cuisine. As an Indian, that's probably why a lot of Indians are in UK, right? Like because there are
a lot of Indians, Pakistani, Bangladeshis are there in the UK.
They're really good Indian food.
So I mean, it's also that part of our religious belief from India, coming from India, we do not eat beef and pork, right? Cow is like holy animal for us. So we do not eat, and then it's hard. It's very difficult. But then what I've observed, and if you go in any of a restaurant, a good one, or so you'll find at least one of the vegetarian kind of a pizza at least is there, margherita, right? If nothing else, then you can order a pizza or a pasta for yourself. So that's also difficult if a person don't eat beef, pork, and all those kind of stuff. Then
especially in Serbia, I can see it completely like true. Like only also yesterday we were in a place where very traditional Serbian restaurant. There were mainly, of course, meat items. You can order some cheesecake. That's really it.
So that's also one of the reason. So if then we think of let's try a new Indian dish from a YouTube video, and then we manage both of us, we prepare something at our home. I mean, if we really want something to eat, and then Richa has prepared a pav bhaji for you today. So pav bhaji is like a very popular Mumbai street food. You would have had that.
I don't remember exactly, but I know the
name.
It's
the mixed vegetable, kind of a smashed mixed vegetable with a bread.
This is like
exactly.
In this this huge one.
Yeah, that's a huge.
This market in Mumbai, we have this food market where all these pav bhaji people like.
Exactly.
Like it's impressive.
So pav bhaji is the one which we have prepared today.
But you're not from Mumbai. Pav bhaji.
Pav bhaji basically is famous all over in India. It's not basically in the Mumbai, but it's famous all over in India.
What is it in Delhi? Like really popular street food?
It's basically for same again the water balls and
Chole bhature.
chole bhature.
Chole bhature.
Chole
What is
bhature,
this?
yeah. It's quite famous in Delhi, Punjab, not part of India.
What is this exactly?
It's,
Chole bhature.
chole is a chicken peaks.
Chickpeas, right?
Right, chickpeas, right.
Yeah.
Chickpeas and then bhatura is something which
is made from
all-purpose flour.
Yes.
All-purpose flour.
Is it also with the water? Chole bhature, no?
No.
Okay.
Chole bhature is something else.
So it's just chickpeas.
You would have seen a roti kind of a bread kind of a big piece of roti,
yeah.
and then those chickpeas
Okay, and then you like
in the gravy. Yeah.
Okay. Because then I know a lot of names, in my head, like chole bhature, this, but I don't know exactly how it looks like because there are so many. Like you can't have.
So you have chole bhature, you have aloo ki tikki.
Yes.
That's from the mashed tikki chaat. That's from the mashed potato. You make it. You mash the potato and then you
put
fry
some spices
it.
and
Put
then
in the spices and all, and then you
fry this
fry it.
potatoes and then put some onion.
Fry it on the pan.
Curd.
So it's
With the different sauces and
I like momos in Delhi.
Momos, yeah.
So momos is something also which has a Indian variant to it, right?
Yeah.
They have adopted the momos to the Indian style, and momos is like now very popular across India. And it's not in Delhi, but then overall, momos is like quite cheap, and quite popular now.
It's always
with those
tasty.
mayonnaise and that chili sauce and all.
Yeah.
So this is also you can eat here maybe somewhere maybe more.
Have you tried over here momos? Okay, I've not seen.
But in Russia we have it a lot at least.
Okay. Momos is basically a Tibetan food.
Yeah. We also we got it I think also from there. Yeah.
So lot of people from Tibet, Dalai Lama and all, they are in Darjeeling in India, and from there it became popular. So it was there in Manali and all those kind of McLeodganj, all those kind of hilly areas in Himachal. So this was very popular over there, and then people got it from.
Russia took it, and India took it. Yeah, this own neighborhood countries. But here.
We went to the Chinese market last weekend to find that utensil, that steamer in which they prepare the momos. I was not able to find it. I'm not sure.
Okay, then probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Not too famous in China.
In Russia, we boil it like in the water. Like,
okay, you boil it.
Put
Okay.
in there, maybe.
Yeah, I was looking for a steamer.
Steam it's more like high level preparation.
Stuffing of cauliflower, right?
Not the cauliflower.
Cabbage. Stuffing of the cabbage, right? In India, you get the chicken momos as well. Have you tried those?
Yeah, usually I take chicken momos.
Yeah.
No, we don't do cabbage momos. What do you mean? We also
vegetarian momos. So there are vegetarian and non-vegetarian. So for vegetarian, the stuffing is of cabbage.
So more varieties are there. The normal
And now they
steamed
have
one and the fried one.
come up with the fried momos as well. There's a new concept. Fried momos. So they are frying it. Indian varieties of momos. You won't get it anywhere else.
This
it's quite popular and quite famous.
Good fast food. Let's talk about opportunities of foreigners. What do you see here? You are from India, like you have totally different perspective. I'm from Russia. Like Serbia is a new country for all of us. Like why so many Indian people are actually interested in Serbia? And because also people write me, or it's like, can I open a business here? Like. What do your perspective on Serbia in that point?
So Indians are, across the globe, and they also find Serbia as a good option because Serbia offers them a very good advantages. First is people are exploring Serbia because it's a visa-free entry for Indians for 30 days, so they can explore Serbia, and then they also know that there are very few Indians over here, so. Maybe I met a gentleman very recently. They were a guest from India. He owns a restaurant in Algeria. I'm sorry, I get confused. So it's a country in Africa. Algeria. He was also thinking of because I'm not sure whether you have observed or not, but a lot of Indians are over here, right? From the past 1 or 2 months. And
have you guys noticed that? I have noticed.
yeah. So I was not aware about it, but a lot of Indians over here, and that's because so India just passed the second wave of Corona. It started in April and then it ended in June, mid June or something. So because of this, a lot of countries worldwide put restrictions on Indian citizens, so that they cannot fly from India to the respective countries, be it UK, be it Canada, Dubai or UAE or even Saudi or any others. So now they came up with a formula like Serbia is a green zone. It comes under green zone in terms of COVID. So there are less number of COVID cases over here and no such lockdown kind of restrictions are over here.
Yeah,
And,
like in
and Serbia also offers, as I said, 30 days of free tourist visa for Indians. So now if a person is in an urgent need to travel to Canada, for example, or even to Dubai, and there are no direct flights as of now from India to Dubai, so they are coming over to Serbia, staying here for 14 days, so that they are in a green zone kind of a country, and then they are transiting from here to that respective country. So that's why you see a lot of Indians over here.
Yeah.
This reason.
So guys, don't be scared that we all moved here, because this is what my thoughts. Yesterday I saw like at least like 10 Indian peoples, like, you know, people doing like some pictures, or like today also. So, and I think that we moved here, like, oh my, I thought like, wow, that's so popular that people moving here so quickly, or it's became like tourist destination, but it's not. It's just we're transiting, so it's just temporary. We see this all Indian
It's
crowds.
just temporary.
It's funny because where I live, particularly, I see so many of them in my street, and I was like, what? Like, particularly in my street, every day I see someone passing, like Indian. They go like with a little crowd. I thought firstly that we're like some migrant workers doing some, but they don't work there. We're just going like, yeah. So that's why.
So now even in the Middle East, a lot of Indian technicians and the laborers do work over there. In Kuwait, they do work. In Saudi, they do work. In UAE, they work. And all of their agents are now suggesting them this route if they have to return to their work. And that's the only possible
because,
option. There are two other countries, but Serbia is the most popular one. You can transit from Germany. You can transit because there are no direct flights from India to Belgrade. So you have to transit from Germany or somewhere. And then no quarantine as well, right? No lockdown. They can enjoy for 14 days and then transit.
COVID made a lot of troubles for people. Like for opportunities here, especially why like people want to open business, basically because the Serbia and also a few countries like Montenegro, they offer resident permit. That's why also many Indian people are interested to open here businesses. Maybe we will see more Indian restaurants, but better to open not Indian restaurant really, because there are not too many Indian people are living here, right? Like how many people are living here, would you say, from India?
Okay. I think around, if I'll count the embassy people, not more than 70, 80.
No,
Not even 70. 50, I guess. So lately, I mean, last week we met a few Indian families over here. I think we had around 15-20 people we had a get together.
So it's like family with kids or just
family with kids.
Oh, okay.
So they have their kids as well. They are also on some project transferred over here, and now they are working over here. And one family is like from past 4 years, and
4 years.
4 years they are over here, and couple of them also came along with us. I mean in January, so they are also here with their kids. So, and apart from them, I also know few students who are studying over here in part of the exchange program in the university. Couple of Indian students are also there who I know of are also studying over here.
Do you think there are also Indian in, for example, different cities in Serbia, or we only in Belgrade?
I know of a person. He's there. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to pronounce it. Poradishok. What's a town? Oh, sorry. I messed up with the town name, but he's over there. So, I found few people on in the embassy and on the Instagram who have such a huge craziness for India. So there's a lady, Monica. So she's from Novi Sad.
Okay.
And she's in love with India. I mean, she would have traveled for 7-8 times, and she was also a guest. And she's writing a book on India.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
and I think last week also, or maybe this week, she published that book as well about her experiences in India. And she has extensively traveled in Rajasthan, in southern India, and then she's writing her experiences as well.
Wow, that's
I mean,
cool.
yeah,
So
yeah,
she's
yeah.
Serbian, yeah?
Yeah, she's Serbian, and she speaks very good Hindi.
Whoa.
Very good Hindi, and even the
Crazy,
people
yeah.
in embassy know her.
She's really fan. She's
Yeah.
inspired by India, and then if she learned
With the culture.
In
I mean,
fact, the one lady which I know is the Panna.
Yeah.
She's running
Dance
her
school.
own dance studio there. And
In India?
in Serbia.
In Serbia, in Belgrade.
In Belgrade, yeah.
Like
So-
Indian dance?
Indian dance.
Bollywood music, they dance on the Bollywood
typically
music.
classical dance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kathak and all, which even we cannot manage. So they are dancing on those dance forms.
So Serbian people dancing Bollywood dance?
Bollywood, yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
So I mean, a lot of people are not aware, but then there is a huge following of India over here as well. A lot of people are crazy, and then Bollywood is a mega thing for us, right? You have Hollywood, and then the next thing comes is Bollywood. And there is a lot of popularity of Indian songs, Indian movies, the Indian movie stars. So for India, there are 2-3 things which is we are crazy about. One is cricket, one is movies, Bollywood, and the third thing is food.
Yeah, that's true. Also in Russia it's popular, so maybe because Russia is so similar to Serbia, we share these similarities about India, because we have in Russia we all watch Bollywood movies.
I know.
So we have this kind of influence. We have a few good restaurants actually. I visited a few times in St. Petersburg. I think in Moscow there are really good Indian restaurants. Even St. Petersburg were really good. Like we have quite also decent Indian.
I know about Russia. There's a story. I'm not sure whether you are aware or not. There was an Indian superstar, movie star by the name of Raj Kapoor.
Yeah, oh my God, of course. Everybody loved him.
Now his grandson, so he passed away long back, and now his grandson Ranbir Kapoor is the new big thing in Bollywood. But Raj Kapoor has a huge fan following in Russia, and I know of real that people in Russia sings Bollywood songs. Mera Naam Joker, Mera Joota Hai Japani Patloon. So Russia for the similar fact has a very close bonding with India as well.
Yeah, it was always strange for me. Like how? What?
Yeah, it is.
Like people, we are so different, but like anyway, there are like something.
Very good relation, and there are a lot of Indian students as well in Russia who come over there for medical study, for the doctors and all. They do travel. I know.
There are definitely more Indians in Russia than in Serbia.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
There are, yes.
Yeah. Do you also have this Indian like grocery shop, for example, here or something?
No. So grocery shop is something which we are struggling with, and maybe I advise to anyone who is planning from India to come over here. So this is something which you will struggle with. So there are very difficult to find the kind of Indian
grocery and the spices.
Groceries, spices, lentils, the different kind of lentils and all that you will get over here. We are managing it somehow through our different sources, but it is indeed difficult. We actually thought of it. We did all the study before moving over here. We were aware that we won't get anything over here, but I know there are few shops in Hungary, Budapest, and even in the other nearby towns from where we can get it. But because of this COVID and visa problems and all those border closing and all, we were not getting an opportunity. Even I tried to get it from India as well through the courier service and all, but the customs over here it's so strict that they don't allow. So all my packages got returned from here, 30 kgs of grocery items which I ordered. So everything was returned back to India. And it is difficult. It is very difficult.
So business idea people, for Indians to set up some delivery, but also it's not for India, only for Serbia, because there are definitely some Indians in other Balkan parts or to Hungary. I would just set up some business, to supply all these Indian people, to set some really good like e-commerce shop for Indian products for all these countries which are like. So there are some Indians in Albania and Montenegro anyway, everywhere we're like stranded, and we can all supply them with something.
So as of now, to be honest, I'm getting it from a person, and I'm paying 3 times of the price.
Oh.
But what to do? I have to survive. I
Yeah, you
have to
don't
eat
have any solution.
3 times of the price, but then at least I am thankful that they are getting it for us.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we are left with nothing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of really difficult.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is
also
difficult.
for other nationalities, I don't know, like, yeah.
So the Indians who came over here for the business purpose and with whom I've met, I've told them about this opportunity, that there are Indians and there are people who look for the things. And we have a WhatsApp group, and we struggle to find out from where we'll get this item. And if somebody comes up with this idea that he can manage all those kind of things, delivery of the groceries and all, maybe a real business opportunity. Yes.
Yeah, so Indian with business opportunities should do that. Don't open restaurants.
Yeah, I mean, don't open restaurant, but then providing this grocery items would be good enough.
Yeah, and I would suggest to do it to more countries, also Croatia.
Yeah.
Because you like Austria, Germany, we have this shit. Like we don't need more. We have the systems, but countries like that were less developed in import export.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are more opportunities. I think we covered a lot of topics useful for everyone, and the cultural and the delivery.
Thank you, and thank you for your time, and thank you for being our guest.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
highly
for
honored.
hosting me in
Thank you so much.
Belgrade.
You know what in India we say, Atithi Devo Bhava. It's a Sanskrit shlok. Atithi Devo Bhava. In English, it means the guest is God for us. Thank you so much. And thank you so much.
Thank you guys, and ask some questions in the comments if you have some questions related to this, if you are from India or if you are moving here to Serbia. Yeah. Also guys, Prashant and Richa have YouTube channel, so guys you can share what it's about.
So basically we have the channels and it's all about the Belgrade. So it's by the name is Slinging Belgrade Diaries. So it's not a traveling blog, it's not a beauty blog, it's not a cooking blog. It's all about the Belgrade, the people, the culture, and how we are living here and what we are experiencing. So this is all about. So just keep watch our channels, look out of our videos, and if you find it interesting, then do not forget to subscribe it.
Yeah, if you are curious about how foreigners are living here, because I watched myself a couple of videos, but you should more do English versions.
Yeah, so basically, but we use the mixed languages because more of the Indians are, more of the audience are of Indian, so we use the mixed language. But yeah, we prefer to take more in English. Then yeah.
Yeah, the mix definitely would be appreciated.
Yes.
But all links below in description. Guys, subscribe.
Yeah, do subscribe. So the idea was, if I'll give you the idea behind this YouTube channel, it was never an intention, and we started just before moving to Serbia. So when we were coming over here, we wanted to have a view of Serbia from the Indian perspective, how the Indians are managing over here. But at that time, when we were looking in the month 2020, in the month of March, April, May, June, there were not many videos about the Indians, or are there any Indians, how they are managing the apartments, the groceries and all. So this was the idea behind this YouTube channel. Let's share our experiences, our journey, what all we experienced from an Indian perspective. If any other Indian is planning to come over here, they can refer our YouTube channel, they can see what all are the pros and cons, and then they can decide by themselves. So this was the idea behind this YouTube channel.
That makes sense then to make it in Hindi. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Yeah. Slinging
Belgrade Diaries.
Diaries.
It's a very fancy name I thought of. A unique one.
Slinging Belgrade Diaries.
I mean, you better post a link to that.
Yeah. People will be displayed. Thank you guys, and see you next time.
Thank you.